Well, I'm going to make a trip to one of the taco trucks. This is one of our clients from years past, and been going through files little by little, and there's 4 years of state revenue paperwork from their taco truck, and I'm not going to store this stuff here, so I know they're still in business, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop it off to them because I don't need it in my house anymore. And that's their responsibility, and I know we've already done the taxes on it, so we'll make a trip to and from the taco stand.
System ready.
Alright, let's go. 74 degrees. Yeah, it's nice and muggy too. I don't know if we're going to have much more rain. The weather's been actually pretty nice. Wow, the dog had a hip issue or something. But, yeah, I'm just, like I said, I've got one of my assistants that's been helping me go through the files whenever she's available, and, oh man, there's been a lot of trees down. That's one. There's been a few near my area so far. I've been lucky. But, yeah, anyway, back to the files. Still going through years of files and client, basically client files. Finding out what is owed, outstanding, which I'll probably never collect. And one of the other girls that I hired for Saturdays only, she'll be back this Saturday, and after that I'm probably not going to be able to have any more work for her because, like I mentioned in the previous video, I got to start finding work. I got to find some, what's he doing, video? Yeah, I gotta start looking for a full-time job myself. Boy, that place is coming along nice. And, yeah, I can't employ her anymore. She's helped me out a lot trying to contact customers, but there's been maybe one or two, maybe not even that, I think maybe one out of all the clients that still owe money, plumbing work. And there's probably over $10,000, maybe over $11,000 that's outstanding. I mean, my wife, I've mentioned this before, and it's kind of embarrassing, but she would always do favors for customers, regular ones. Oh, just pay me when you get the check. Well, that only goes so far. There's a motto, no good deed ever goes unpunished. And hence that saying, as it goes, these guys get their checks, supposed to come back and pay us, and they don't. Or some of them wind up having issues with the IRS with their taxes. Most of the time it's just stuff they didn't declare, or they get audited because of their dependents, either not being in the country or whatever. And of course then we don't get paid. There was one customer apparently that wound up having issues. Again, he was audited for his dependents, and owes, instead of him getting like $2,000 back, he owes like $4,000. I was like, well, come by and we'll try to help you out, but he never did. He was just mad that he thinks we did it, that it was our mistake, and it's like, no, the IRS has the final say so. We work basically for them, but don't get paid by them. We get our money from the clients. So if you're not honest with us about your dependents, and they're not in this country, that's the main issue. They don't meet the child tax credit. They tell us, and we're not daycare providers. We can't go search around and say, verify, oh, okay, these kids are here in the country. We make them sign a form saying that you're being honest with us, that these kids are here in this country. They meet the child tax credit, which is a minimum of 6 months in this country. If they're not, then you don't get the child tax credit. You lie to us saying, oh yeah, they were here for 12 months, and then the IRS wants proof. Well, you better provide it. If you don't, then that audit, gets turned from a refund to a debt, and the IRS will get their money one way or another, either garnishing your wages or, you paying them voluntarily. So, yeah, we've dealt a lot of that, but yeah. So the money that's outstanding, I've pretty much chopped up as a loss. I've already told her after this weekend, last weekend of April, these people don't come by, there's just no, I can't keep paying her if I'm not getting paid myself. So, she understands that. I told her I may try to bring her back in the future. But for right now, I got to concentrate on moving on. My business is still going to be there. It's still, the business license will still remain active, but that all depends on the customers. If the customers show up, I'll stay in business. But if they don't show up, then I'll probably just dissolve it, move on. So it's unfortunate, but like I said, right now this has been one of our bigger customers, but I don't need to hold on to 4 years of her Department of Revenue files, so I'm just going to drop them off. A lot of traffic. At least they're waiting, which is good. School bus, I guess. So, yeah. As far as I know, I haven't been to this taco stand in a while, so. But as far as I know, they're still in business, and in fact, they're from Acapulco as well. So, in case they don't know about my wife, what happened to her, I'll probably have to fill them in. And yeah, it's always tough. Customers coming in. I mean, almost every day there for a while. Customers were calling, wanting to talk to my wife, and she's no longer here. Some will still come to do taxes with me because they trust me, but others don't. They decide to go somewhere else, and not much I can do about that, honestly. So, all right, moving along. So, just thinking about what else to talk about. I mean, we've had our business for 16 years, but it's just, it's not been doing well, and now with the loss of my wife, it's much worse. So, I don't know. But, I'm still an agent with the IRS, what they call a CAA, Certifying Acceptance Agent, but again, for the Individual Taxpayer Identification Number, the ITINs is what it's called. But, again, I'll try to keep that going if I have customers, but if not, then I don't know. We'll see. All right, this is it. So let me stop on in and drop this stuff off. All right, well, that's done. Yeah, they got their papers now, and they didn't know about my wife, so I figured that. So I talked to them for a few minutes. They got to get set up for lunch because the lunch crowd's going to be coming in here pretty soon. So I might drive by the other taco stands and see what's going on if I get around the traffic, which there's a lot of it. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured they didn't know, especially with their papers that have been sitting in our office. About 4 years of taxes. 13, well, probably 12, 13, 14, and 15, because they haven't come to us for 16. They may later, but yeah, oh man, yeah, it's just difficult. It really is. Trying to talk about the situation. Yeah, again, these are regular customers that have been with us for many years. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they come back later on. 'Cause they always do. They always come late, and they always have to pay a penalty for their taxes because trying to make money themselves, and of course the business, they were telling me, is slacked off a lot because of the new administration. A lot of customers are just scared to come out, out and around these days. So 99 for gas on this side of town. So, yeah, quick run around the block, so to speak. And there's Sonic. I haven't stopped at any fast food restaurants. I'm trying to save money, especially now. And the other taco stands up, and I see our advertisements are still there, so that's good. There's 3 taco stands in town. They're all in the general location here, so which is good. Let me see. I won't turn here. I'll turn at the light. Gas 197 at the QT. And man, it's higher at the Shell. I don't get that. 202. Why? When right across the street you can save 5 cents. But yeah, it's just weird having to talk to the customers. You know, I keep thinking about that. A lot of people, I mean, we've been in business for 16 years, and there's a lot of customers that just don't know what's happened. But, oh well. Yeah, there's the third taco truck right there. Tacos Nayarit. So, yeah, let me go ahead and turn. Yep, advertisements are still there. That's good. So, yeah, I guess I'll probably just head on home now that I've dropped off the paperwork, just in case I have any customers, you know. So, that way, I can try and make a little bit extra money, if possible. My buddy's shop is looking pretty busy. I won't stop in to bug him. Well, there's Aldi. So now I'll just continue on. Big K. I don't know if ours is going to be closing down soon, but I heard they're in trouble. Them and Sears. Southern States Rebar chicken coops, 15% off. Woo boy. I'm gonna make my turn by the old KFC. Yeah, my wife loved Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was too greasy for me. I didn't really care for it. But again, you know, I'm trying to save money. I'm not hitting the fast food restaurants that much anymore. Not at least till I get things straightened out financially, because that's going to be an ongoing thing for a while, probably the rest of this year at least, probably into next year too. So yeah, I used to do those fast food restaurant reviews, and I may still do those. If something new comes out, I might go ahead and, you know, give that a shot, you know, like a one-time thing for a video. But for the most part though, I'm just stocking up on stuff at the house to make and eating at home. Watching this car, he's kind of like all over the place. I don't know what he's doing. It's by the old college Coliseum. It's kind of quiet. And the ball field with the big wall, so you don't get your softballs in the windshield. Alright, well, I'm about home, so I guess I'll wrap up this to and from dropping off one of our taco truck customers' taxes. So, until the next thrilling video, adios.